Live Lean Nation, on today's episode, I'm sharing a simple exercise in the kitchen that you can do to help shred your gut. Welcome to LiveLeanTV. I'm your host, Brad Guffer from LiveLeanTV.com. So guys, here's the deal. Even if you're doing everything right in the gym, sure, you may get some decent results, but let's be real. That workout in the gym typically accounts for just 1 hour of your 24-hour day. If you then leave the gym and eat whatever you want for the rest of the day, unless you're a genetic freak, more than likely your poor diet will overpower all your hard work in the gym. Or maybe you go home and you eat fairly decent foods, but you just eat as much as you want. In other words, you have no sense of portion control. That's another way to ruin your progress. But there is a simple exercise in the kitchen that can help you with this, and that's what I want to teach you today. Portion control via measuring your food. But hold up, before you click out of this video, because let's be real, ain't nobody want to be measuring their food for the rest of their life. Well, it's all good because you don't have to measure your food forever. I personally don't measure every meal anymore. But when I first started my journey, I did, and it was the most rewarding education for my health that I could have done. So I'm gonna show you how it's done. So first thing you need is a food scale. I'll put a link to the one that I use down below. And for today's food measuring examples, we're gonna measure nuts, we're gonna do complex carb like potatoes, we're gonna do a fruit like a banana, and we're gonna do a protein like a ground turkey this is here. All right, let's start with the king of them all, protein. So this is ground turkey. Okay, so I get out some freezable baggies that we can freeze the meat if we're not using it. So here we go. Turn your food scale on. And so it's showing 0 grams at this point. You can put the baggie on there to see if it has any weight. So it weighs 2 grams. So then you would just zero that out, and then you can just figure out, you just estimate at this point. So you can take that right there, open up the baggie, back on the scale, there's 104. So if you have a copy of my meal planner software, this is what it looks like. And you could go into, if you open it Microsoft Excel, this will be a drop-down box here where you can see all the foods in the database. But if you use a free software like Google Docs and you open the file up in Google Docs, all you have to do is click over to the food items list, go to ground turkey, you're gonna copy that, come back into the meal plan and paste it. And then we said it was 104 grams. Hit enter, and you can see it computes the protein, carbs, and fats. So 21 grams of proteins, 4 grams of fats, 116 calories. So you know exactly how much calories, protein, carbs, and fats you're getting with that quantity. So 104 grams of ground turkey. So we could add a little bit more in there, but that basically right there, that little bit is 20 grams of protein, just that right there when you cook that up. That's how big it is. So if that's based on your goals, if that's what you want for protein, you would baggie this up, you'd put it in the freezer or you'd put it in the fridge and you'd cook that amount for the night. Okay, let's move on to nuts. So nuts is another high calorie, high dense food, very healthy though, but some people overdo it because they don't know portion sizes of this. So once again, let's remove this from the bowl, put this on top of our scale. We have to zero that out, so just hold on, zero it out. So let's say we want to get just a tablespoon of nuts. That's usually a typical serving size. So basically that amount in the palm of your hands. In the comments below, just let me know, how much do you think that is in calories, carbs, fats, protein, just from your own knowledge. Let's put it down. So that's 15 grams right there. Okay, so you go back into your meal planner software, you would undo those selections, go down to the fat section, go to your food items, find cashews, which is right there, copy that, back to your meal plan, back in there, and we said 15 grams. So there you go, 15 grams of cashews, 3 grams of protein, 3 carbs, 7 fats for 87 calories. And a banana. So let's find out how big this is. So we take the peel off, put your answers in the comment what you think it will be. 131 grams. So let's go find out how much that is in carbs and protein and fat. Okay, back to our meal planner software. Just undo those, back to the food items list, up to the fruit section, click on banana, copy that, back to the meal plan spreadsheet, insert it into the fruit section, and we set 131. Automatically computes it at 1 gram of protein, 30 grams of carbs, 0 fat for 130 calories. And last but certainly not least, the one that most people overdo it on, carbohydrates. So here's 2 potatoes. That's the size of it. You see the palm of my hand? You'll probably have that on your plate for a serving size, right? So what do you guys guess that is? Put your answers down in the comments below, then I'll share it right here once we're done measuring. So I zeroed out my scale again, put it right on the scale. So it's 230 grams. So put your answers down in the comments and I'm gonna put it right here in a second. You may be surprised. Back in the meal planner software, undo the last edit, back to your food items list. Let's go find carbohydrates, sweet potato, copy, meal plan, carbohydrate source, paste that in, and we said 230 grams. That's 4 grams of protein, 58 grams of carbs for 248 calories. So that's how you simply measure food using a scale. And if you have a meal planner software like the one that I showed you, it breaks it down and tells you exactly what it is in carbs, proteins, fats, and calories, so you can make sure that you're eating based on your requirements and your goal. So as you saw, guys, a lot of people are like, how do I get enough protein? Well, as you saw, that sample of protein that I showed you was very small quantity-wise, but it was high in protein, more than probably what you were thinking would be. Carbohydrates, the sweet potatoes, they add up quickly. The fats can add up quickly if you're not aware of portion sizes. That's why in the beginning of your journey, measuring your food is such an important part of your nutrition education. So then after those 30 days, you should have a much better understanding so you can then eyeball your portions for everyday living rather than being a slave to the scale. So put in the short-term work up front and enjoy the long-term benefits of living lean. Remember guys, knowledge is important, but execution equals results. So there you have it guys. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and let me know in the comments below if you currently or you have measured your food portions in the past and what kind of results did you get from doing it. Thanks for watching guys, and living lean.